Welcome, everybody, to Inside the Booth. How's everybody doing today?
What's up?
What's
up?
What's up?
going on,
What's
everybody?
up?
Hello there.
Don't forget to vanquish the like button, ding the bell, make sure you're notified for the next live show, and subscribe, share, and tell your friends about us.
Yeah, tell them.
Don't forget. That's right. Don't forget to visit us on InsideTheBoothTV.com and go to our shop page. Pick up some gifts. We got gifts for you, your wife, your son, your daughter, everybody
That's right, Phil.
in the family.
Grandma, grandpa.
That's right. Grandma and grandpa. So, yeah. Don't forget to grab some gifts, because gifts and giftedizing is where all the real money of this podcast is made. So, that's it.
It's not
Anyway,
it
that's
because
not it.
we have Patreon.
Oh,
Because
that's
after
right.
this show is over, right?
That's right.
We're
Remember,
gonna
when this
take it
show's
down,
over,
cut it up. Only people on Patreon get to watch this bad boy uncut.
uncut and real.
So join
Oh yeah.
Patreon.
So join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and then if you feel led to do more, you can do more. We have Avery Cruz in the house. What's up, Avery? Wing hugs to you. We got Uncle Mike in the house.
Yeah,
What's
Uncle
up, Uncle
Mike.
Mike? We got After the Weekend
Mike.
and R2 the Icky, which
Isn't
I think
he
is the same person.
After the weekend.
He is After the Weekend. What's up? Don't forget, After the Weekend, go subscribe to them. They're great people. We got Josh Putney online. Hey, Josh, what's up, my friend? We got Josh Gulls. What's up,
That's
Josh
a Q.
Gulls?
That's a Q.
Oh, Qualls.
My gosh.
Is that how you say Qualls?
Qualls.
Qualls. We got Tabitha in the chat. Well, she'll be joining us very soon, so don't worry, everybody. She will be coming on.
The core four will be together.
That's right. And we have Mrs. Martin Muse, Miss Martin Muse, Mrs. R to the Icky, TD. What's up, TD?
TD's in the house.
And Comic and Cosmetics. How are you doing? I think she's
Interesting.
a new subscriber.
I like that. Get your comic books and your cosmetic done all at one place.
That's right. And then we have, last but not least, Amen Fate. What's up, Amen Fate?
What's up?
Hey,
Amen Fate. Fate. I'm gonna just call him Fate.
We can call him Fate. Because
Yo, what's up, Fate?
Tabitha says she is curling her hair, in case anyone is wondering.
Thanks.
So almost done.
I needed to know that.
So tonight we have our special guest, our little brother, Phil.
Little brother Phil.
TMNT. Little brother Phil.
And you thought it was going to be Clint or...
Yeah. He couldn't make it tonight. He had some family things he had to take care of.
Yeah.
So
pray for him. His baby is a little sick.
That's right. When your powers combine, you are inside the booth.
Yes!
Right.
Yes.
There's a t-shirt.
That is a t-shirt. Write it down. Write it down, Matthew, quick.
That's right.
Steve Giblin. What's up, Steve? How are you?
You don't have a nickname for him?
Steve. We'll call him Steve.
Just Steve.
That's your nickname, Steve, is Steve.
The only reason why I say that is because Dan likes to mess up people's names and then call them by the messed up name.
I'm surprised.
You're right.
I'm surprised after like the year I've known him, he hasn't messed up my name yet.
Well, Phil, give him time. Just give him time,
Okay.
Phil.
Give me time.
Anyways,
I was going to look for something.
All right.
I was going to show Phil, but I'll do that later.
Let's Get
Someone
ready
says
to
happy birthday,
rumble.
Phil. Phil, it's your birthday?
Dun, dun, dun.
Is it your birthday today?
Wait, is Fate saying happy birthday to me in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
No. Okay,
It's
so
not
it's
your
an
birthday?
ongoing meme between like that started with me and Tim's talk, where like every single time he sees me live on my channel or sees me on someone else's channel, he will say, "Happy birthday, Phil," and then Fate came along and says, "Happy birthday, Phil," and my birthday's actually not until like next month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So we're just saying happy birthday just to say it, huh? Tabitha says, Phil, I did mess up your name once because I said it with an F instead of a
Oh
P.
yeah.
What? It sounds the same. How do you do it?
I don't know. Phil. You got to put
Phil.
one. You got to feel.
Feel.
Maybe
There
you
you
got to do
go.
it like that.
He just
Feel.
gave you a new name. It's Feel.
Feel.
I once accidentally said Tabitha's name. Thankfully, I wasn't on stream, so there was no record of that.
Mm.
You're welcome, Tabitha.
We got Rogue Disney. What's up, Rogue Disney?
Hey,
The
Snoopy
lovely
Drip's got something for you, bro.
Churro.
Snoopy Drip.
Snoopy Drip watching us while he's on the toilet. That is the best way to watch us.
You must be hiding out from your family.
Oh man, we love our fans.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, you heard it. Okay, Tabitha.
All right, guys.
So what
let's
are we
do
doing
this.
tonight? We're doing a rumble on.
Let's do this. You ready?
It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. What's up? Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just say Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Right.
All right.
Hello.
So, for anybody who's new to our channel, the Rumble review goes like this. The four of us, and when Tabitha shows up, 5, we will get 3 minutes apiece for each round. We have 3 rounds, and the rounds are, ready? I gotta pull up my notes. Hold on. Round 1, actor. Round 2, music score. And round 3, is it relatable? So, just so everybody knows, this whole Spider-Man Rumble is based on every Spider-Man movie that was made, including Into the Spider-Verse. That is also added.
Oh, we're going to include that one?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's a movie, is it not?
Oh, it is, but it was like more of like a cartoon.
That's an animation, though. I didn't do that one. I just did the ones with the live actors.
Well,
that's all right. We can throw it in there anyways. If you've seen it, cool. If not, oh well.
Because that kind of like was the best acting the animation does. It's just perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Flawless.
It's flawless.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's why I just did the live action one.
Okay, well, there you go. But anyways, you can throw Into the Spider-Verse in there. It's not restricted by any means.
That's right. We also got JT in the house and Kaylee.
What's up, JT and Kaylee?
Kaylee, hey, JT.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
All right. Well, we'll start with Phil, little brother Phil. He can lead us off with the first round. And so basically, Phil, you're going to get 3 minutes. Okay.
And that's favorite Spider-Man, right?
Yes, your actor, your favorite actor who played Spider-Man. Why did you like him? And why didn't you like the other guys? Or which one you did not like? So, okay, so first one is your favorite actor, and your second, the next thing is the worst actor that you thought. You get 3 minutes to do all that, and we can also interject a rumble, so we can do that. So you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, round 1. Actor. Go.
So my favorite Spider-Man has to be Tobey Maguire because I've seen like the 1990 show kind of, like a little bit, and then there was like a Neil Patrick Harris Spider-Man movie that was like badly CGI'd, and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends before, but those really didn't like really capture me into Spider-Man like Tobey Maguire's version did, and like when I saw the live-action Spider-Man movie in like 2002 or whatever year it came out, that was the first time I really got into the whole Spider-Man movies. And so like his acting was good. I like the movie. Still to this day, I think it holds up. I do
I
like the
gotta
whole
know though, how old were you in 2002?
like about 6.
I just graduated high school in 2002.
I was already out
And,
of high school for 2 years.
and yeah, I was 6 at the time, so like that was like I think in memory, if not the Fantastic Four, then Spider-Man was my first superhero movie seen in theaters. I was like, oh my god, yes! And so like I came that got me out of my Barney obsession and into my superhero journey.
I'm glad you got out of Barney. Jeez. I
And
won't
so
offend you by that.
like that's honestly the reason why you told me Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man because it's like so much nostalgia to me.
Okay. Cool.
And
Who's your worst?
even though I enjoyed like each Spider-Man movie like in duration, my least favorite has to be Tom Holland's only because in like the first 2 movies, at least in the second one, I felt like in the second one he should have been more of a solo act. And I kind of understood it in the first movie. He was kind of like still kind of getting used to things. So like the whole Iron Man thing and the whole Infinity War and Civil War and Endgame, I understood that he was like pretty much took under Iron Man's wing. You know, he wasn't in like most of Endgame because he was Thanos snapped. But
He was.
yeah, I felt like he should have been solo, or at least started to get on a solo Spider-Man adventure in the second Spider-Man movie. Thankfully, we got that in the third one, but that's the reason why Tom Holland is my least favorite. Even though I really enjoyed the last movie.
Yeah.
That last movie was pretty good. The newest,
Oh yeah,
what was it called? No
No
Way
Way
Home.
Home.
No Way
Mhm.
Home. Did you
Yeah,
even
that-
watch it?
Oh yeah, I
Who, me?
watched it twice in
No, my
theaters.
brother. He doesn't know
Nice.
the name, so I was wondering if you watched it.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
No, okay.
It
Oh,
was
time's up! Time's up!
like one of my favorite ones. No Way Home.
All right.
Yeah.
Matthew, you're next. Ready?
Mhm.
Go.
So my favorite. It's kind of odd because all 3 of them are quite good. But I have to go with James Garfield just because later on I can sort of relate to certain things that happen in there.
Wait, what's his name?
But
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. What did I say, James?
Yes.
I said James. Andrew Garfield. I don't know why I just James. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. But he, yeah, and least favorite one, it would probably be Tom Holland, just because it is the new generation take on the Spider-Man. But I grew up with the original and also I can't remember his name, Andrew.
It's
so-
James. His name's James.
James. So yeah, I would definitely, but I would definitely to Andrew Garfield over the other ones. Tobey Maguire had like kind of like the beginnings is kind of have like the late 80s 90s feel when he was like being made fun at school. He had a fight in school, and then Andrew had it outside of the school, so there's still that, but you definitely got like the vibe of like the 80s. That's what I felt was from the 80s was the first one, and then Andrew Garfield's more of like mid 90s to early 2000s, and now you have Tom Holland kind of in the 2010s to like now. That's kind of how I took all 3 of them. I can't really pick. I mean, if I had to choose the worst one, just because of the newer one, I would say. But they did a fine job in their own right. But yeah, I mean the whole stories with all 3 of them are just going to be the best who taking responsibility, losing someone that you loved. I mean, everybody can relate to those things. So, I mean, I think Spider-Man, that's why so many people related to Spider-Man, why it'll probably be still around, just because of those storylines that can be retold. So I definitely enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching I actually watched the first two again all the way through the other day, and they still hold up today. The third one, not so much, but the first two,
Why
the
didn't you like
second
the
one's
third
probably
one?
the best.
What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a long commercial.
You didn't like Venom?
It was a kind of
Me
a
neither.
long commercial of all the different characters that they just threw in there. So yeah, but the second one was
Wait.
definitely probably the best. What?
So the whole dancing thing in the Spider-Man 3 didn't redeem it for you?
No, I don't think that can redeem it. It was
Alright,
so
so-
sporadic, the whole thing.
All right, so who was your favorite actor again?
Andrew Garfield.
Who was the worst?
I would say Tom.
Okay. All right, you're done. Tabitha, since you just jumped on, you're next.
Hi. Okay.
You ready?
Hey, your hair looks great. I love
Yeah,
the curls.
good job curling it.
Thank you. Better to arrive late than greasy. To paraphrase Marilyn Monroe, I needed to wash my hair. I couldn't. I was going to, guys, but I couldn't do that to you. So here I am, all fresh and fabulous.
Throw
So
a hat on,
anyway,
that's what I do.
you're only the best for inside the booth, my guys. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, for crying. All right. So 3 minutes to
wait.
talk about my favorite and my least favorite. Is that what I'm doing?
Yes, your favorite actor and your worst actor from the Spider-Man world. You ready?
Okay.
Wait, and David said also Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is also.
I've never seen it, and I
canon
didn't
for
know we
this.
were supposed to watch that. So I already caught that part. I've been watching you
Yeah,
guys from the
same.
beginning.
Oh,
So
It's okay.
Gotcha.
It's okay. Whatever.
Lost,
It is what it
my
is.
hair.
Okay, ready? Go. 3 minutes.
Go. So I don't really have a favorite.
Well, that sucks.
I know.
You just ruined it.
Oh, why?
I know. Okay, so
Why
If you had to
everybody's
choose one,
probably,
you had to choose one.
everybody's probably gonna hate me, except for I think it might be JP and the Josh Putney. So is that Tobey Maguire is my least favorite. Always has been.
So you went with the worst first. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with it's easiest because I can pinpoint that much faster. I just never really liked him. I'm not saying that I'm not saying he necessarily did a bad job. It just didn't thrill me. It didn't speak to me. I thought he was kind of wimpy and very boyish, and just I don't know. I don't remember him really just growing into the character. He literally was one or the other. He was never like a good merge of that together. I mean, no disrespect to Tobey Maguire, just never really been a big fan of him. And
So you mean to tell me you didn't stand up and clap when he came through the portal?
no.
How dare you?
Wow.
Because
He went boo.
No, I didn't go boo. I find him to be a very boring actor. No offense but to his career and everything. Obviously, he's made it further than I have. So I can't connect with him. He just always stares off into the distance like he's about to cry. And so
Looks at a sunset. Oh.
yeah. So that's
he
my
always looked
least.
older. He didn't
No,
look like
I
a
thought
young
he
Peter
I don't
Parker.
know. I couldn't get on board with him.
Right.
So that's my least favorite. But he didn't it's not like he's an awful person or anything like that. It's just he's my least favorite Spider-Man. I don't exactly have a favorite Spider-Man because all three of them are very different feels in each movie.
Yes.
And they all have, I mean, like I watched the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire today and I enjoyed it. I just don't like him as Peter Parker. I thought that 10 years ago. I think that today. So I do enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man because I do like that he's a little bit funnier. It's not quite as dark necessarily, although No Way Home had its darkness to it, but it had that, it's a Marvel film. It's a current Marvel film. It's got that Avengers funny flair to it. And I know he's older than he looks, but he just felt more like a real teenager, in my opinion, because he was kind of flighty. And even though he was kind of nervous and jittery and stuff like that, he wasn't like a completely different person in his persona from Spider-Man versus Peter Parker, in my opinion. But Andrew Garfield, I thought, did a good job. But again, it's just kind of difficult because they're each very different Spider-Men. So
Yes. Yep.
I like Tom Holland. I guess I put him at the top, but he's not my favorite.
Done.
But out of those three, so
Sweet.
I
So
like
wait,
the comic book. Peter Parker.
So you said
best.
Tom Holland was your favorite?
If I had to choose
More
one,
favorite, she said.
if I had to choose one, it would probably be Tom Holland. But again, it's kind of hard because they're very different films.
Mm.
All right,
we're
I'm gonna
talking
go
about their. We're
curl
talking
my
about
hair
their.
again.
I
Bye.
am.
We're talking about acting, anyways. Anyways.
JT, I am, and
No,
I
no.
am the law in this house, as well as the law inside the booth. That's right.
No, you're not the law inside the booth. Sorry, I disagree.
Wow, we have stickers to prove it, David. So
Yeah, we
fight
have
me
stickers
on
to
it.
prove it, bro.
Fight me on it.
Stickers, how nice! I can make a sticker too,
Hey,
and they'll say he's
last
not the
stream,
law.
I blocked somebody last stream, so be
Don't mess with
careful.
Dan. He's gonna block.
Oh yeah, who'd you block? Who'd you block?
Avery Cruz.
He blocked
To the
Avery.
Yiki.
Right, block
Why
It
can't
Every
took
boomer
me about
views.
20 minutes to
This is
bring him
funny.
back.
Did you
Cranky
block him
ghost.
accidentally?
Yeah,
He
it was
did.
an
He went to go
accident,
for
yes.
somebody else and accidentally got Avery instead. But we brought him back. So.
Oh, you
That's right.
resurrected him. You must
Yeah.
be
He was.
Jesus.
We'll just say he was blipped.
That's right.
Mm.
Jesus, I resurrected.
That's nice.
Oh, so
Well,
Dan's
you're up,
not only
bro.
the law, but he's Jesus. That's cool.
That's
How
right.
does it feel to be
Sweet.
Jesus, Dan? What does it really
Yeah.
feel like? It's the best thing ever.
Ever.
All right, Dan, your turn. Ready?
All right,
3
all
minutes. Can you do
3
it?
minutes,
1,
yes.
2, 3, go.
I think I can't say his name. Shamrick Moore was probably one of the better ones with Jake
that?
Johnson, Nicholas. I think they did the
What?
best Spider.
You got to start over. You
Men.
froze.
Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yes, into the Spider-Verse. Did I really freeze?
You did.
Yeah.
Everybody, did I freeze or was
Mm.
I just froze with David?
No.
No,
Oh man.
Come
with
on.
the same gusto. Okay, so try
Yeah,
to collect
do it again.
yourself and
Hurry
say
up.
it exactly the same way.
Okay.
I don't give you more time, so you just got to make it quick.
I will though. Don't worry.
Shamik Moore, Jake Johnson, Nicolas Cage, and Haley Steinfeld. Those were the best Spider-Man and woman actors that I think of.
Nicholas
it's
Cage was
from-
a Spider-Man.
He
Yeah.
was into
He
the
was.
Yeah, he was
Spider-Verse.
into the Spider-Verse. He was like the
Yep.
detective
Those
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Not too many people probably knew that.
you're
no,
looking at it.
I did freeze like the 49ers. Gotcha. Thanks, everybody, telling me I froze. It's not my
Okay.
fault.
Bro, your time's running out. You better hurry up.
Oh, the reason being because I really liked that movie, and they did a great job making that movie, and the voice actors were great.
But you got to pick one. You can't pick all 5 of them.
Those were the ones in that movie, though. I thought we were picking like the movies.
No, we're picking an actor.
Right, we're
All
talking
right,
about our
I'll do
favorite
the-
actor from each movie.
Actor.
Okay, I'll do Nicolas Cage. That was wonderful. I love it.
I'll have to go watch that. I never would have thought of Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man.
He's the black and white Spider-Man.
Did you know he was supposed to play Superman too? But that didn't work out for him?
Yeah, he was going to, but
Yeah.
it didn't work
I
out.
love that for this piece.
He would have made a horrible Superman.
Spider-Man. No, he would have been a cool Superman. They
Or
have
Superman.
pictures and stuff about it. Anyways, before my time's up, I do like the other guys in the live
You
action
know it,
movies.
JT. You
You
know it.
I like it. It's a shit, yeah.
Dan can't even get his thoughts across as he's giggling. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds, bro. Hurry up.
Okay, so Tom Holland, I like him, but I didn't like him that much.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, I didn't like his Peter Parker that much. His Spider-Man was okay. And then you had Tobey Maguire. He just looked like an old man in all his movies. But he hasn't aged, because in the new movie he's basically the same age as he was.
Old?
So old, yeah.
Yeah, he does look pretty close to the same age. I mean, you can see a little
Right.
bit of here and here, but he
Right.
yeah, you're right. He still kind of looks the same. He still has that off into oblivion stare with that slight smile anytime he talks to people.
Yeah. Can we talk about the new movie? Because I really did enjoy that movie, even though I don't, those actors are not the best, but it was fun to watch them all come together and make fun of their own movies.
It was really funny.
So
That's
Well, do
true.
we want to get
Yeah.
the main rumble
You-
out the way and then
You
talk
could have
about
done
it?
that while you were talking. Your time is up, bro. I gave you a little bit extra.
Okay.
So who's
I
your
know you did,
favorite
whatever.
and who's your worst? Come on.
Nicolas Cage is my favorite.
And your worst?
Your least favorite?
It's hard to say. I mean,
Toby? Did you say Toby?
sure, Toby. Just because he's an old man.
Did you see Dan's eyebrows move independently when he had to choose? That was funny. That was pretty cool.
I couldn't see
How
that
does he
from
do
here. Sorry. All right. My turn. Here we go. Ready, David?
I'm gonna
Yes.
time you.
Go.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm timing
How's
myself.
it feel? Oh, hurry up, David. Let's go.
Timing
Come on.
I
Don't
will.
waste
He
it.
shows
You
up and he does talk.
You already wasted 3 seconds.
Yeah. So here's my I'm gonna follow Tabitha's pursuit and say the worst. The worst is Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He acted way too cool, in my opinion. He was.
Yeah, he wasn't like a nerd.
He wasn't a nerd at all.
You're right.
He had no nerd feel to him.
Mhm.
I was entertained by his movies, but I was not convinced he was Spider-Man. So
Right.
I almost felt like he was Deadpool, quite honestly, most of the time when he
He's
was
not that
Spider-Man. That's right, JT. I'm almost done. Don't worry. I'll have this done in 1 second here. The best Spider-Man, in my opinion, is Tom Holland. I like Tom's acting as Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I think he did well. And yes, he was very close to the age of the actual comic book Spider-Man. So
He was cool.
to me, it felt great. I just personally didn't relate very well, which we'll get to it later. But I didn't really care for most of his storylines in the MCU because he did get snapped away for 5 years, and that was kind of pathetic. They should have let him live, but whatever. And he came back,
See,
resurrected.
that's enduring. That's how much you can't miss something unless it's gone, right? So
That's okay.
it's too late now.
That Spider-Man could have disappeared for life. Now, see if hold on, I got a minute, 14 seconds. So let me say this: if Tom Holland played the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it would have been top notch, in my personal opinion. So,
Really?
I say Tom Holland's number one. Andrew, or James, as Matthew preferably called him. James Garfield is the worst.
Because he doesn't exist.
Boom. And I got 40 seconds left on the clock, people. I'm done.
Hurry up. Time's up. Hurry up. Iron Boy. He was a cool nerd. Hurry up.
Round two.
Round two. Woo, man.
Wait a minute. So
Are you trying to make this only 30 minutes long?
we're almost there.
This is a short
35.
show, guys.
Dan, be realistic. He's trying to make it 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Come on.
give him an extra 5.
And wait till Whitey appears in the chat, though. Right.
And then when he does show up, I'm gonna end the show. Just
Poor Whitey. Wing hugs.
all right. So out of round one, I think which actor won? I meant to keep track, but then I got distracted.
So I said Tom Holland. David said Tom Holland. Dan said Nicolas Cage.
Cage.
Phil said.
I said
He
Tobey
said
Maguire,
Toby.
so I think Tom Holland won.
Yep, Tom Holland
okay.
won.
No, what did you pick, Matthew? James?
He picked
Andrew.
Garfield.
Andrew.
Andrew Garfield.
So bam! Tom Holland won that round. Okay. All right. Round two. Music score. This is
Hey,
gonna
Ricky,
be fun.
How you doing? Welcome.
Welcome to the insanity.
That's right.
Hey,
Hey, here's Whitey. Whitey's
He's here.
now.
Time
There he
to
is.
Whitey, Time to end the
Yeah,
show.
thanks for showing up. Game over,
And that's
buddy.
the show, everyone.
Game over, right? Everybody, goodbye. Yes, joking. JT said Andrew was his favorite too.
Oh, too
Cool.
bad, JT. You're not on. You can't. It doesn't count.
Offended.
It doesn't count.
Right.
Okay, Phil,
But
you ready?
You still matter, JT.
Yes, you do.
The Phil is so ready. To answer your
Ready?
question, Ghost.
You ready, Phil?
Mhm.
You ready for round 2?
The
Which
Phil is always ready.
franchise or Spider-Man movie has the best musical score and or conductor? I'll add and or conductor because I'm sure none of us know who conducted most of it. All right. Ready?
Mhm.
Let me get the clock up. Go.
Okay, so
Time's up.
I'm.
I'm gonna throw you off. Sorry, Phil. Carry on.
So for
Oh,
nostalgia case, for nostalgia, I gotta say, Tobey Maguire. Only because he's the first Spider-Man movie I've seen in live action, and he's the Spider-Man that got me into the Spider-Verse, hence my shirt. And but in terms of like individual characters, in terms of the villains, the Amazing Spider-Man, because I did really enjoy the Green Goblin theme song, the Amazing Spider-Man theme song, and Electro's theme song.
Hmm.
The Lizards was kind of forgettable for me, but that's besides the point. So for me, it's kind of a tie between the Amazing Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire, because I have no idea who's the conductor for like most of these movies, except for Han
Zimmer.
Yeah, Zimmer, who did
Danny,
the original Spider-Man movies.
some are saying
By the
Danny
word,
Elfman.
by the way, the word we're looking for here is composer.
There you go.
Composer. There we go. Composer.
That's
Then
right.
what's the conductor? Other
I
than
have
the
no
conductor
idea.
from
A trained
Jersey.
The conductor
Theater.
conducts the music. The composer writes the music, but they're not necessarily mutually exclusive.
Okay, so
But
I was sort of in the same
Yeah.
area, but well, thank you for that definition and change and whatever.
Words
So
matter.
yeah, my so long story short, my answer is Amazing Spider-Man and Toby.
Okay,
And yeah, that's it.
all you got. You got a minute though. You can use up your minute on something else. Go ahead. No.
Oh, I
We can
can.
use that time to catch up, Phil. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh,
Music should be
No,
like
we
a
only
minute or
got like
something.
30 seconds, man.
well, since I can talk about the Into the Spider-Verse, unlike Dan over here.
You can talk about it.
I ask you how you're doing, and you just
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I told Tabitha this. I'm happy none of you went to see the movie with me because your ears would have been like damaged from all the nerding out I did from watching Toby and Jake or whatever you have to call it, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man coming out.
James.
Oh,
His
James
name's
and
Good,
Toby.
James, Jake.
James Garfield, Jake Garfield. Hey, Andrew must have lots of brothers.
It's awesome.
So that's all I would say about the.
Okay,
Into the
you're done.
Spider-Verse.
Perfect. Nailed it.
I'm like you.
All right, Matthew, you ready, bro?
Yep.
Okay, go.
Best music's probably, in my opinion, is the animation one. Every song in that is very beautifully done in pretty much all the scenes that I remember of it. And then a close second would be the Andrew Garfield one. I like there was a scene where he was skateboarding. That whole sequence was awesome. I can watch that scene over and over and over again with the music that was playing. And you just got the feel of like his personality in that scene. So I thought that was well done. And then early 2001, the music's kind of, I mean, back then it was like the thing. I think it's outdated, the music with Tobey Maguire now.
That was Danny Effelman.
Yeah, Danny's She needs to retire.
He needs to retire.
And then Tom Holland worked.
Disrespect.
That worked. But yeah, definitely the Spider-Man universe one. The animation one was probably the best. They probably had more time to get the feel of everybody's characters in it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I have to agree with Matthew on that too.
Oh yeah, do you? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a minute left to go, so might as well.
All right, I agree with Matthew.
Thanks,
You
Dan.
that like a professional, Dan. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well
All
then,
right.
okay. If that's all you got, Matthew, and nobody wants to say anything negative, I guess we can move on. I guess so. Okay.
Best composer is James. Who's James?
That's right.
It's Jake. It's Jake. State Farm.
Jameson Elfman. How about that?
All right, Tabitha, you ready?
I am.
Okay, go.
While I don't think Danny Elfman does a bad job necessarily, I'd have to say I don't know how I'm going to pronounce this guy's name. It's like Italian. Dan, pronounce it for me. You're Italian, right?
How's it spelled?
I believe it's Michael Giacchino, I think is how we pronounce his name there. I like his music. He does the music for all of the current
MCU.
Spider-Man. Yeah, all the current Spider-Man movies, and he did Doctor Strange. He also did some of like the Star Wars, like Rogue One, apparently he's also doing the music for the Batman that's coming out.
Hey, he also did Star Trek. He also did Star Trek.
Star Trek and Coco and all kinds of other cool stuff. I like the music because it's very dynamic. It feels very much like a superhero, like comic kind of music. It's not necessarily my favorite. It's not something I'm necessarily, singing and whistling in the shower, but I appreciate the fact that he includes the original ditty of, Spider-Man, all that stuff. I love the way he's amplified it. And
That's good.
yeah, I mean, I think that it's definitely dramatic, dynamic, strong emotions to it. I think, like kind of like what Matthew was saying, the older movies, they it's very dated, it's the music of the time. The music for The Amazing Spider, I don't really recall. It served its purpose, but I didn't find it as amazing.
That's why it was so amazing. It was so amazing
Right.
you'll never remember it.
That's forgettable.
So, like I say, I don't think Danny Elfman did a bad job. I would, if I was going to rate and go like we did with the actors, I would say Michael Giacchino, Danny Elfman, and then whoever did The Amazing Spider-Man.
The worst guy.
I wouldn't say he's the worst. I just
we're all young here. I think the only youngest one here is Phil. What's up, Phil?
He's little brother Phil.
That's right.
with an F.
That's right.
Yeah, with an
With
F.
an F.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Thought it was-
fulfill. It's fulfill. Like fulfill, only fulfill.
Fulfill.
Like chia.
Oh, when I first saw Tabitha going on inside the booth, I verbally said Trina besides Tabitha.
My name has had many interpretations. Tabitha, Taffeta. Yeah,
Nice.
Tabitha.
Tabitha.
That's
what I
I'm like,
said, right, when I
I'm
first-
like, I'm white.
There's a T-shirt for you,
couldn't tell.
Tabitha.
I couldn't tell.
I'm white.
Yeah.
Time's up.
You got too many lights hitting you, from each
No.
All right,
side.
I
Dan,
don't-
you ready?
I don't do tabby, R2. I don't do tabby.
Are you ready, bro?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Okay. I agree with Matthew. Mhm.
I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse. It's not
Yeah, I
fair.
know. You got
Music is really good.
Great.
Yeah.
I think they did do a good job with Into the Spider-Verse. That was a good movie.
Very memorable. Yes.
Yes.
And it also puts in the emotions.
I have to rewatch it.
It's weird how they
been a
did
while.
how they did the movie. They did it.
Oh yeah. The animation's a little little different
Yeah,
too.
in the beginning, it was like, how many frames per second did they do it? And then they went into the normal frames per second, like toward the middle. When he gets like he starts getting his powers, and I don't know, it was cool.
This has to do with music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the music
Music
goes
tells
along
the
with
story,
it.
man. Without
yes,
the
it
music,
moves
the
it
story's
along.
crap.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you saying Into the Spider-Verse, if it had no music, would be crap?
Probably, it'd probably be weird. Yeah, it'd be different.
I
But
would
they did a
like
good job of
somebody
the-
to make a movie and have no music in it, just to see how well
see
that
what-
would turn out.
You can go back to the 20s and the early 1900s. You can watch those.
That's black and white with no sound. Period. I
With
didn't
no
say no
sound,
sound.
period.
I didn't say no sound. I said no music.
Okay, watch Metropolis then. Metropolis has music, but no one's talking.
Was
No,
it
no,
music
no, that's
in
not what I said.
Frankenstein?
I don't want
Metropolis
music.
is really good.
Totally wrong, Matthew.
That's the opposite.
You need to tell James to get it right.
No, Danny Effelman, he did good music back then. I loved his music.
Come on,
Um,
Danny Elfman did Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
And
he did
50
good,
Shades of
Edward
Grey,
Scissorhands. Yeah, 50 Shades.
Well
which I've
then.
never seen. So I just happened to look down, and that's among his criteria there.
List of. But he did a good
He
job.
needed a paycheck.
And that
As we all do.
and the old 2000 Spider-Man movies were good. I mean, they weren't like the worst. That was like the start of it.
He had Dashboard
obviously-
Confessional.
Yeah, obviously, I think Marvel, Disney Marvel knows what they're doing with music and stuff. So
Mhm.
obviously, the Tom Holland music is better. But it's cool that they put especially this new movie, they put like some of the old music, mixed it with the new music, and it was cool.
Mhm.
It was
I like
really
that.
cool. I liked how they did that. Best actor James Best.
Such a
That's what I was laughing at.
I knew that's
Don't
what you were
forget
laughing
Jake.
at. That's why I posted it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Courtney
time's
Rowe,
up, bro. You're done. Sorry.
I'm
So, your
I'm almost
favorite
bored.
musical score is from which movie? Into the Spider-Verse?
the
Snoop
Spideyverse.
score. The Spider-Verse, yeah. Into
Okay.
the Spider-Verse. Is
My turn.
favorite.
Here we go, everybody. Don't worry, JT. I'll get this done in 1 minute. Here we go.
It's not a competition.
You got 3. You got 3 with David.
I do have 3, but I'm going to use the other 2 for bantering. Okay.
Let's go.
So, my favorite musical score. Ready, Phil? Boomer time, baby. Danny Effelman.
Yes.
You know why?
You're awesome.
Because it has
Elfman?
the Elfman. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm an arena. We don't pronounce last names correctly here.
We don't do that here.
That's for sure.
We don't do that here, everybody.
This is
Danny Elfman
inside
is-
the booth, baby. We get things messed up most of the time.
That's right.
Elfman.
Dad says he doesn't like Danny Elfman.
Sorry.
I don't think it's horrible. It's just not my favorite.
So I go with Danny Elfman, not Elfman. Elfman.
Did I say
Elfman.
Elfman?
Yeah, you did too. So
I
whatever.
did. Oh, why
Yeah.
did I
You guys
say
are
it
adding
like
an
that?
extra syllable in there for someone new.
Yeah. Elfman. 2 syllables.
So
Elfman.
I go with Danny. Oh, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. Who knows that Irish song? Oh, Danny boy.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes.
The pipes are calling.
Oh.
All right, bro, you need to stop. Let Tabitha sing.
sing. And every
Hey, this is
mountainside.
karaoke. We can.
We're going to go to bed with Tabitha singing us to sleep. Nice.
Oh, Danny
This
boy.
has turned
Anyways,
into Inside the Booth, the musical.
Yeah, there you go.
I like the sound of that.
Nice.
so yes, Danny Elfman. I choose him because he helped start the whole thing with superhero movies. 2, whenever Spider-Man came up, to me it was more of a superhero theme. I felt like it was very heroic as he was in his suit doing his thing. Not to say that Michael Chigani Guchkuchkis, whatever his last name is bad. I like his music. Guccino, thank you. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't like check. But his music is also very good. Actually, I think Michael Giacchino, his style of composing and conducting is very close to John Williams in my mind. So I like his stuff. I like his work. But if we're going to do Spider-Man, Danny Elfman, because he started it all from the get-go. So there you go. I'm done. Bam.
It's an Italian thing. That's why we added the A after elf and man. Elfman. Hey, it's Elfman.
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 Come and get a spaghetti.
Yes.
You just add an A to everything.
Yes, you do.
You gotta put your fingers together.
Gotta put the fingers together.
Yeah, do it now. Tabitha, that is not a good one to be using. Eh?
I know it's not. I just want to see what happened if I literally just threw that out there. So.
This is the bad one. This is the one that says
Va for Napoli, yes.
F you.
Right.
Oh,
Same thing.
Inside the booth have gotten PG-13.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to add some culture. That's all, you know.
It's good. It's good culture, eh? Anyway.
It's bad culture.
Well, if you want to add some culture up in here, I can lead into my Haitian side and make everything seem like I'm mad about it, even though I'm really excited, because us Haitians are known to be overly expressive.
Okay.
Jamaicans too, man. You ever listen to an angry Jamaican?
Where have you been all night, little brother?
Pretty close to a German.
Where's the Haitian? Where have you been all night? You know?
Where's the Haitian in you?
I mean,
countdown.
Tabitha's to know, and because he's been on my channel before, and Dan to know because he's been on my channel once. Have you seen me in my Ewok hot dog costume?
Nice.
Oh, is that a
Still
Haitian
old
thing?
Josh.
Oh, that's not a Haitian thing, but I channel my Haitian side through the Ewok hot
Yeah.
dog.
Oh,
But you don't sound angry when you're doing it, so you sound happy and excited, like
Yeah.
you love doing it.
feels like Bruce Banner. You just wouldn't look like him if he was angry, you know?
Right.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Right.
super green.
He's green now. All right. Round 3.
It's culture stereotypes.
So, hey,
That's how we roll here in the booth.
who kept track of who won round 2? Anybody? Was it Inside the Spider-Verse?
I think it was.
I think it was, yeah.
Loved
Mhm.
Inside the Spider-Verse.
I said
not
No Way Home.
That guy.
No Way Home,
Michael
Giacchino.
Michael
Is
J.
it a tie?
Casino.
Is it a tie?
I said Elfman. Elfman.
Well, I said essentially between Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and
Okay, yeah, that's
Amazing
Elfman.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Oh.
Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man.
And James Garfield.
Like-
Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah,
likes
you're right.
Garfield.
And James Garfield. I'm sorry. James Garfield.
Yes.
Oh, of
John
course.
Williams did Star Wars
the
too.
man,
Yeah.
the myth, the legendary.
Did he do any of these Spider-Man
Anywho.
movies? I don't think so.
No.
Did he?
Who?
I don't think so.
John Williams.
John
He
Williams.
did. John Williams did the
He did.
first one. Yeah. John
The
Williams
first
did the first Superman
Spider-Man?
movie.
No, I said
We're not talking about
Spider-Man.
Superman. But Spider-Man.
Yeah, we didn't talk. We didn't.
I
say
heard Superman. Who said Superman? No one?
You heard wrong.
Oh.
Wrong.
Sorry. I ghosted somewhere.
Spider Man.
I just heard man
You just
and
heard
John Williams. I heard man and John Williams, so I just put the two together.
And you're like, yeah,
Superman.
Superman. Love it.
Hey, we got Rumble Superman one day. Anyways.
I thought we did. Oh, it was a faith review. Never mind.
All
I'm so confused. All right. Anyway.
right, round three. Here we go. Ready, Phil?
James said Superman.
Oh,
That's right.
whatever.
All right, sorry.
Okay. Relatable round. Which Spider-Man out of the entire Sony franchise can you relate to the best and why? Okay.
Ooh.
Phil?
The one you
Yeah.
Go, Phil.
Roger. So even though I've been Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire this entire stream, I gotta say that Tom Holland is the most relatable Spider-Man. Surprisingly, because
Okay.
partially because he's a kid in high school. That by
You're
the
a
time the
kid in high
third movie
school.
comes around,
They're
he's like looking for college and stuff.
but they're
But
all in high school.
yeah, he's in high school. Well, yeah, you're right. He's all in.
No, listen. It's
Point
because
is, my point.
It's because Phil is still in high school, so he relates to that.
Well, when he's since now I'm officially a college student, thank God. Like like I kind of relate to his person more because he has to juggle like his school life, then his life with like Aunt May, who is like the most attractive Aunt May out of the three Aunt Mays that we got. Like, holy crap!
Phil, I didn't know you could do flips.
Wait,
And
he
then
can do what?
What?
Flips. He says he relates to Tom Holland. I didn't know he could do flips.
Oh,
I
yes.
wish.
Phil, I didn't, I didn't know you could.
No.
And so like he has he struggles to between his like three lives pretty much, like his personal life with Aunt May, and then Zed and MJ, and then his school life, and then his life being Spider-Man, and he's trying to like, I feel like more so than the other two Spider-Men, try and figure out who he is in the world more than the other two. And that side I can relate because to a certain extent, even though I'm going to turn 26 next month,
Happy
I'm
birthday! Just wanted to
I
beat
like
her
what
right
Rogue
there.
said. I related to Happy. That's
Sure.
funny.
But yeah, even though I turn 26
Happy
next month,
birthday!
I can kind of relate to the Tom Holland Spider-Man trying to like figure himself out while dealing with the responsibilities that he has in his life, and trying to do right by like everyone that he cares about, and that's practically me in the nutshell.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
All right, Matthew.
Alrighty. So even though you got the timer,
Yeah, it's going right now.
okay. So
Matthew's
even though
like,
all three,
Find me. Come on. I want a challenge.
all three, you know, all three all lose somebody that close to they love. You know, their aunt or their uncle, but Andrew Garfield's the only one that kind of lost like this person he was dating. So in that
I thought it was
respect,
James.
I actually relate to Andrew because that's something happened similar to that. So like that's why I was like so heart wrenching.
Spider-Man.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it was. I know. I actually watched the second one of his 2 days ago, and I was like, oh man, that whole scene when she just and then just flips up. I'm like, oh, that's no good.
Yeah.
And then the heart wrenching scenes that happen after that, and it's kind of just got quiet with just the ambience kind of music. But I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So because
He did
of the
redeem
take on
himself
that,
in the last movie.
yes,
That's right.
he did. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. But in his universe, that person's still gone. So like, even though he did it in the other person's universe, you could say that. But yeah, that's why Andrew Garfield's my favorite out of all three of those because of the connection there.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And I guess I wrote this out. Why Spider-Man story works every time is because of the human element in the character, who doesn't know who he is, doesn't know what he wants, overthinks the simplest conclusions, doubts himself, and as the connection between us and Spider-Man. We as humans go through the same thing in various seasons of our life, and one can relate to this character more so than the other superheroes like Superman, Green Lantern, Martian Man, Wonder Woman, because they all have superpowers. So there's a human element within Spider-Man that's always going to work. That's why it got pumped back into Hollywood. That's why it works so well with Tom Holland, because people can actually relate to it. I can't relate to Superman. I can't relate to Green Lantern. It's like, oh, it's pretty to watch, but I needed some relation thing there. So I'll probably always be a fan of Spider-Man, especially the 90s Spider-Man. That was my jam.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've seen that actually happen in the comics. It did. I remember that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got 27 seconds left. Do you want to keep going or hand it off?
All right, I'll hand it off.
Pass me the
Okay.
baton.
Tabitha, you're up.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
I'm ready. So I totally relate to Tom Holland Spider-Man because I too kind of cried when Aunt May died. Why they gotta do that to Aunt May? Why they gotta do that to Happy? What was that all about? Like, what did they kill her off for? I was pretty upset.
There was no Ben. Where was Uncle Ben?
He was already dead.
See, that's the problem. He was already dead.
And that's why they had to kill Aunt May.
Apparently so, because Uncle Ben didn't tell him with great power
Great power
comes
comes great responsibility.
So Aunt May had to do it.
Right. Aunt May had to step up in so many different ways in Tom Holland's universe. Yeah, when you sent us the information packet for tonight's episode, I'm like, relatable. They're the same person. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can relate to being like an awkward teenager that doesn't fit in with everybody else, but I've never been bitten by a spider and then not tell a responsible adult because of the fact these guys are supposed to be geniuses, okay, right? And they let a radioactive spider bite them. And what do? Lock themselves in their rooms and be like, I'll be okay if I just sleep on it. Please. And then they're smart enough to get into MIT? Please. Anybody knows?
Well, look at all the scientists in the world. All those scientists in the world, they keep secrets.
I hope I get bit by a spider one day.
Who wouldn't go to the hospital when you got this giant purple lump about to explode on your hand? I don't understand. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
I can't relate to these people. I mean, I guess I say that I couldn't really connect with Tobey Maguire's character. Andrew Garfield's, I felt like he was very emotional. And like out of all three of them, he was definitely more emotional out of all of them. There was a different kind of emotion that came from it. It wasn't just tears. Like there was something else mixed in there. But I don't really know how to relate to either one of them, except for the fact that I was just as upset as Peter was when Aunt May died. I was like, "What about Happy?" We're gonna call him sad now. Yeah. Forlorn is what we're gonna call him. Forlorn Hogan. I'm so sad.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when I sent out the packet, nobody said anything either. So that nobody mentioned like, hey, relatable, what is this? Everybody
I know
just
what
kept
relatable
silent.
is. I just didn't know how to fit that in with the movie. Like I didn't know how to I
That's
don't
all
think
right.
I figured, you know.
That's
So anyway,
okay.
you know.
It's all good.
I'll be all right.
You will be, and
I got my
we'll
point
see
across anyway.
we'll see what Dan has to say. Go, Dan, go.
Fine. All right, let's see here. I can relate to Toby because in high school, no kids liked me, and I had crush on girlfriends girls that I couldn't date.
But that was literally all three of them. So that's why I'm
anything.
like, they're all the same person.
Let's see here. I can relate to James Garfield.
Yeah, James.
Because, because all the bad guys hated him. And, he skateboarded.
Bad guys hate you?
Yeah, and I skateboarded once.
That's true. He did. He turned the church into a skate park one year.
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
And then I can relate to Tom Holland because I stole Captain America's shield once. Yep.
Nice.
And then
Weird.
I can relate to the Spider-Verse and Miles Morales because, I like art and I can spray paint.
I thought
not
you.
as good as
Can
I
you?
thought.
Know that,
Wait, can you relate to Nick Cage?
Oh, that's right. I
favorite
can
actor?
relate to Nick Cage because.
Which one, the white one or the black one? Because both have different upbringings.
Oh.
And it's white supremacy that you relate to Samuel L. Jackson's. So to be clear.
Where'd Samuel L. Jackson come from? I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, whoops! You said Nick
Spider-Man.
Cage. I was thinking Nick Fury. My mind was totally going somewhere else. Sorry.
Well,
Carry on, Dan.
well, in his defense, Nick Fury was also white in the comic books at one
Yeah,
point.
Nick Fury
This
was
is why I'm
right.
saying this. That's why I got confused. I keep getting surprised that you're saying Nicolas Cage because I'm like, why is he even
Oh.
in this conversation? I just can't imagine him.
Because because he's in the Spider-Verse, and that's
I know.
Dan's favorite actor.
I know, which
That's right,
it's fine. It's just throwing me
My
off. That's all.
favorite actor. I thought my favorite was Bruce Lee. Whee-aw!
Bruce Lee. That's your second favorite.
Oh, that's my second favorite. That's right. That's right. Whoa. All right. Let's see here. No, I really relate more to the Spider-Verse because I am a cartoon. So
Nice. I like that answer. Good answer.
This
Good
is
answer.
not real.
Look at this sticker. Look at this
Good
sticker.
answer.
Look at the sticker. He is a cartoon. Someone pull that sticker up. Pull it up.
yeah, where did I put mine?
See, that is a cartoon. He's a comic book character.
I'm a comic
Big time.
book character. That's right. It's me. It's me.
So when you
That's
watch
what's up.
Dan on Inside the Booth, you're really watching nobody. He doesn't exist.
I don't exist. Somebody.
And you
Says
guys
the
have
ghost.
put a lot.
Together.
You guys are
That's
really
right.
good at making CGI up in here because Dan's really is impressive.
Yeah, it's good animation, right?
Yeah, it's great animation.
photorealistic.
It's amazing.
It's CGI. It's the best CGI out there.
It is.
Need to put this like right here.
Hey, we got
Okay.
Sketchy Guy in the chat. What's up, Sketchy Guy?
There we go.
Hey,
guy.
Cameron! Hey,
That happened.
Cameron!
That's right. And Dax said it's a federal offense to steal
And-
his shield.
Hey,
Well, which one's the real Captain America here, Dax or JT? You know, we got America's butt. We got Dax.
Maybe it's kind of like one of those
door.
those horse costumes where you've got the back end and you got the front end, and apparently
Wait,
JT's
wait, I just
Back
realized if Dan has Captain America's shield, that means he's Captain America.
hey,
Does that make
nuh-uh.
you America's ass?
No, I don't. I'm not Captain America. I
Hold
just
on.
have a shield.
I don't think it
I
works.
just
like
want to
that.
know
It's
who is
not
my
like the dark
Canadian
saber
sister?
or anything.
Oh,
What?
that ain't it. What just happened there? Hold on.
Yeah, what's
Right
going
here.
on? Which one?
Where's Dan and David's Canadian sister?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tabitha,
time to
are
get
you-
my wig.
Are
Be
you,
right
are you
back.
my Canadian sister now?
Is
Heck
Tabitha
to the no,
Canadian
man.
sister?
I am not Canadian.
I'm not Canadian
Oh.
either. Only David is.
Oh, what?
With the giant American flag in the background.
Yeah, he's the
We are
ghost, the
people.
Canadian ghost. I'm just, I'm just a cartoon.
He's like, I'm just an innocent
I'm just
bystander.
animated.
officer."
I'm just an animation. All right. So
Anyways, yeah.
let me go and finish this rumble up, huh? Ready?
Sure, go.
Hurry up.
Okay, hurrying up. Time's a ticking. All right, so for me, I can relate to emo Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3
Emo.
because during that season of my life, I was not in a good place.
Do the dance.
I don't know about the dancing part, but
Yeah, I don't
there was a lot of
You went
things
like
going
this?
on.
You were like, oh, I gotta go to the club. Gotta go to the club.
I didn't go to any clubs except for the club in my house. Anyways, it was a really, really bad season in my life. You guys remember the scene where Spider-Man had was it the wedding ring or the engagement ring in his hand in that movie? And he lost it. And it came from Aunt May that he was going to give to Mary Jane, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember.
So in that season of my life, because I think the movie came out in 2005,
2007.
2007.
Mhm.
Okay, that sounds about right. 2007 was the darkest years of my marriage. It was
Aw.
really bad. I'm just saying, we're being relatable here. This is how I can relate to Spider-Man.
Digging
Spider-
deep with David.
That's right.
That's right.
Come on back.
He's got to bring it serious.
I'm taking it down to Serious Town. But anyways, that's why I pick Tobey's Spider-Man, because in those years of my life, I could relate to all that stuff. So, all right, I'm done.
I don't think he ever got married though.
No,
Just not in the movie.
Spider-Man never got married. At least not the Tobey Maguire one.
No,
Yeah,
not.
not
I was gonna say,
He
in
the
the
got
comic books
close.
he did.
He didn't quite get there. He couldn't seal the deal.
That's right.
He was too emo-y.
And listen to Dashboard.
I think I found your guys' Canadian sister over here.
Oh yeah, who's that?
I'm curious.
Me too.
I don't know
Oh,
how well you can see her. But that's
Oh, that'd be.
Why? Phil,
damn!
why
He
did
sent that
you
to me,
do
and
that?
I'm like, he's kind of cute.
Why, Phil? Why?
Well, Dan, out of all three of us that he did, you were the best looking. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I did the three of you guys. Tabitha as a male looks kind of scary.
Yeah,
You look pretty handsome.
I do.
David over there, he looks pretty cool. But I gotta say, Dan over there looks the
He was
best.
pretty cute.
You look pretty cute as a girl. I have to say.
Well, that is because Dan is a lesbian.
Wrong.
Okay, I just like to say live, we really don't promote transgenderism. Just saying.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Phil, when I saw that photo, there was a girl in high school that actually had similar features. Her name was Lauren.
Dan's doppelganger in another universe.
I was just like, wow, that looks like her. I was like, is that Lauren? How do they know Lauren?
Phil's digging into your life, Matthew.
Well, after that, now I gotta go pee.
Nice.
Let me say, chow for a minute and go pee.
Well, okay.
There are discreet ways
Listen,
to say, you know.
He comes back. We're not going to be live anymore. Just letting everybody know.
This is why I say he should have a catheter. Stay on.
Inside now, I have
Inside
to
the boot
quickly
catheters.
ask you guys about, because Dan wanted to talk about this, but he can't hold his water. So, what did you guys think about No Way Home? Just forget the other Spider-Mans. Like,
Yeah,
No Way
okay.
Home in and of itself. What
I'm
did
glad
guys
you
really
brought
think?
this up because we should talk about this a little bit. So,
We should.
I'll-
I spent money to see this movie. I need to talk about it.
that's right. That's right. Personally, for me, No Way Home was a good film. It was entertaining, but I didn't get the wow factor. Like, I didn't feel wowed by No Way Home. To me, the best. I have like two top Spider-Man movies I like the best. Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus. I thought
That's a
that
great
movie
film.
was well done.
Yes.
It was amazing. And
guys are
then
completely agree.
Tom Holland's Far From Home. I thought that one was pretty good.
Mhm.
But No Way Home, yeah, it was nice to see the old guys come back, you know.
It's member berries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But
Mhm.
there's just, I didn't get that wow factor. I'm going to wait to see it on DVD when it comes out. I'm not going to go rush into the theaters again to watch it. So that's my take.
Okay.
Phil, what's your take? Little
Well,
brother.
I was the opposite. I had that wow factor, and I was pretty serious when I said I'm happy that you guys weren't there in the theaters. But when I saw Matt Murdock, Tobey Maguire, and
Okay,
Andrew
I did like that.
Garfield also up
James
in the
Garfield.
movie, I was like, wait, what was his name again? Like James
James
Franco
Garfield.
Oh,
James
wait,
Franco.
what?
Yes, he was.
Now you're confusing him. Andrew, don't do that. It's really Andrew.
Well, the Amazing Spider-Man. I was like, yes, and I. It was great. I so loved the movie. And then like seeing that first after the credits scene, me and this other guy was yelling like yes, and I swear our friend named Yasmin, I swear she was looking at us like if we were insane because all the yelling we did in the entire movie. But so like
That's
essentially
okay.
like this might not be the best movie, but it got me to nerd out a lot. So I
Sweet,
really
man.
enjoyed it.
Awesome. What's your take, Matthew?
I thought it was entertaining. I kind of in the same boat with you, David. I mean, I thought it was just an entertaining movie. It wasn't really a wow factor. The wow factor came definitely at the end, just because of the member berries. Oh, remember this? Tobey Maguire was this back in 2002. The same was James, and
Yeah, I did appreciate their little banter back and forth, the three of them, and then when they
Yeah.
looked at Toby and they're like, "So you don't have a web thing? How do you get the webs out?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk
Right.
about it."
right.
And then what? I think it was Toby or Andrew said, "Where else does it come out of you?"
I
Right.
know. It is.
Does it come out of
I think
anywhere
it was
else?
Thomas that asked that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Phil said something and I didn't catch it, so I was like, "What?"
Feel like
I
Dave
was saying
Chappelle
that I
now.
think
Huh?
Tom
What?
was the one who said, "Does it come out like
Oh,
anywhere else?" Or it might have been Andrew, but I think it was Tom.
Nice.
Mm.
Couldn't help it. Anyways, Dan, what's
yeah.
your take?
Yeah. My take on the Spider-Verse. Good movie.
no way
We're off
home.
that
No
one.
Way Home.
On the No Way Home,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it. Only, I wouldn't. Rogue. I do not. No. No.
Yes.
I won't say it's better than Afterlife.
Rogue,
No,
somebody
no
had to say
way.
it, right?
No way.
That's hilarious.
Rogue, thank you.
No.
Rogue and Dan can't be friends anymore.
Yeah. That'd be funny if you
out,
just
Rogue.
left.
He's
You're like,
gonna
I'm out of here.
block you.
Goodbye.
He's gonna block you.
No, I liked the movie. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was, I enjoyed the parts where they made fun of each other's movies. That was the best part of the whole movie, really. Where
Right.
they're like, "Oh yeah, no." I love the part where Toby's telling Andrew, "No, man, you're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing," because he's, Amazing Spider-Man. And Andrew's like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not," because those were the worst movies, really. But he's like, "No, I'm not amazing." He goes, "No, you're amazing. You tell yourself you're amazing." It just like it blew my mind. I was like, "How can they? They did that to themselves. That's great because then we didn't have to do it for them. We didn't have to make fun of them. And say, oh,
Save
this
the
movie
fans the trouble.
sucks." They did it themselves, and it was hilarious. And I was like, "This is great. This is probably one of the best Spider-Man live action films ever made, compared to Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's and even Tom Holland's. 'Cause all three of them together making fun of each other, that was amazing."
Nice.
And it was fun. It was a good time.
Amazing.
It was amazing. It definitely was a good time. I liked it. I mean,
This film-
it's definitely not better than the Spider-Verse, but
okay.
this was good.
Okay, Dan, Spider-Verse was amazing, but this movie was spectacular, and yeah, point to one of the cartoons. Anyways.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead. Is it Tabitha's turn to say?
It is.
Okay.
How she didn't like the movie.
I liked the
Yes,
movie.
it's Tabitha. Tabitha gets the final words for tonight.
I liked the movie. It was entertaining. However, I was kind of okay, let me back up here a little bit. So I liked the movie and it was entertaining. I enjoyed it until Peter decided that we're going to make all the villains happy people and give them second chances
bad
and
guys.
we can save them. All we need is a little science and a little love. And somehow
Good observation.
Spider-Man was able to capture Doctor Strange, a wizard who could control different things, but somehow Spider-Man was able to trap him in that little weird space for 12 hours. Somehow.
Because of math.
Because of math. Right. You know, because math trumps magic. And so I enjoyed it up until that part. That part didn't make sense to me at all. The fact that Spider-Man essentially defeated Doctor Strange, and it didn't make sense to me. Tom Holland's character, his Spider-Man, has fought so many bad guys, so many evil people, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, let's give him a second chance. I'm like, since when did this turn into a PBS special? Like, I thought it was really cool when we saw all the different bad guys show up. Like, I loved when Dr. Octopus showed up. Like, he was my favorite.
Yeah.
Honestly, sure. I think what is his name? Alfred something. He's a great actor. He just brings something special to character. Thank you. And it was just all of a sudden this movie didn't feel like Marvel because of the fact that he was trying to save the bad people. And I understand where he's coming from. That would be a heavy burden to have to send any kind of human to their death. But at the same time, it was like, and I was just really surprised because of that factor and because of all the bromance crap that ended up near the end. Okay, come on. There were so many dude emotions going on. Be like, no, you're amazing. And oh my gosh, this is so good. And all this. And boy, dude, it's so great that we're together. I'm so glad I finally have a brother. And like, what is all this crap? Like, they're trying to destroy the Statue of Liberty here. Can you just please maybe save that for some other time? Like, I just didn't understand that part. And so I was really surprised. I was trying not to be too skeptical, but I was like, okay, these were my first initial thoughts. And when I saw on Twitter, all of these macho men were like, yeah, Hollywood, that's how you make a movie. That's how it's done. And I'm like, really? Really? Out of all these movies, this is the one where all these macho dudes are like, you know, there's no wokeism. This is what happens when you make a heterosexual male, you know, a lead without any of all that stuff. And I'm like, look, dude, these three dudes were standing in a triangle, staring at each other, talking about how amazing and cool and like drooling over one another for so long. I felt like those scenes, which were kind of cool in the essence of it, because obviously meeting yourself from another universe would be amazing, but they dragged out those scenes and they were just constantly there.
This is quite a banter.
And then they started talking about each other's girlfriends. I'm like, are we at a pajama party? We are trying to save the world here. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't understand all these dudes on Twitter that are like, this is how you make a movie. I'm like, this was the girliest Marvel movie I've seen.
I think it's because it's a fresher breath air with everything that's going on in the world right now, and like men bad and blah blah blah, death to men. I think there's a fresher breath air to actually see something. If you can take that opinion.
I mean, I can't. And so I know I sound really angry. I'm not. I just was kind of irritated more about the people on Twitter that were trying to promote this into being some kind of uber macho film about how there was no wokeism in it. And I'm not saying there necessarily was, but I was just really surprised because, like I said, the whole thing of let's make the bad guys good guys theme. That was essentially the theme of this. Right, besides meeting.
Yeah, I got that too, and it's kind of goes along the line of like, you know, evil is good and good is evil now, and I kind of was like, that's not good to be saying that.
So the mesmerizing parts, I thought for sure, but because based on the trailers, I literally thought the world was like almost imploding on itself. It was supposed to, at least the entire movie, but it was like, no, it's okay, it's contained. the problem is that we brought all the
Magic.
bad guys to this world. Right, magic. And
And
at
math.
the last second, the world's going to explode again. So, but it's
Well,
okay
if you
because
did-
we finally
you know,
figured
if
it out.
you-
We
you
got
did-
matching bracelets and we figured
Hey.
it out.
Did you rewatch any of the old movies?
I did.
Because before Spider-Man killed everybody, he did try to save them first.
Which is fine, but it's just like they literally made this whole movie with all 3 Spider-Man. Like, let's give the bad guys a second chance. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And I'm not
Kind of
saying
like sympathy for the devil kind of concept.
I'm not saying that bad people don't deserve a second chance, but I'm like, where was that attitude with Thanos? I mean, I'm just saying, like, all these other people killed other people, and
Well, he
nobody
was super
like,
evil. He wasn't just
oh,
evil.
he was super evil. Okay. I thought the flow of the movie was very peculiar, and the choice to make this movie about curing the bad guys
Mm,
in our day and age, again,
that's good.
in light of everybody saying that this movie had no wokeness in it, I thought this seems a little woke. Just
Right,
a
it
little
does
bit.
have a little bit
A
of
little
it,
bit.
you know. And
And
Aunt May told Peter what to do, and Peter was like, "Okay, Aunt May, whatever you say." You know.
Well, and
it
that
wasn't
was
his
surprising
ideas,
too.
but-
When Aunt
but,
May, and I'm
you know.
not upset about that, when Aunt May was the one that told him, with great power comes great
Icky.
responsibility. That's okay. That's fine. But again, that if the way the people on Twitter, Dan, explode about every crappy little detail of every movie, and they try to. We've talked about this, how they nitpick about
right.
this, that, and the third. I was really shocked that nobody said, "Oh, they did a gender swap with Aunt May giving Peter the really powerful motto that he lives by." And again, I don't have a problem with it. I guess I'm more upset with the fans than I am
people
with
got
the
upset with that, because in the comics, it was Aunt May who did say it, and not Uncle whatever his name
Ben. Whatever his name is, Uncle Ben.
No, I mean, so I
But
would
it-
watch
Uncle
this
Ben's dead,
movie
whatever.
again, and there were some interesting things in it, but I didn't find it to be as amazing as everybody on Twitter was telling me it was going to be, because, like I said, halfway or less than halfway through the movie, I thought it was really great, and then all of a sudden I was like, are we really trying to save the bad guys? And then, like I said, the bromance at the end of it, I'm like, all right. If these were 3 women talking about, oh my gosh, I love the way you do your hair. You don't have any problems with that? Oh no, I use special shampoo. It's really great. I grow my own shampoo out of my head. It helps keep the frizz down. We'd all be laughing at each other and being like, oh my gosh. Like, it's just.
Tabitha, it's a movie.
How you do your hair, Tabitha?
You want to, I watch it.
Anyone know?
I don't know. I don't think this movie was as terrible as I probably make it sound. I just was a little bit frustrated and surprised how people in our community give all this crap to all these other movies that have far less in them, and they nitpick about every little thing. Whereas this movie apparently was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but did have flaws in it, in my opinion, had errors that they normally, if this would have been made with some other production team or whatever, like they would have been like, oh, there's gender swapping, and the guys, they all sound like they're falling in love with each other, and that's gross. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit more upset at the fan base than I am at the movie.
You need to rant to them.
So Tabitha Steve says, in defense of what you're saying, in the movie with the Doc Ock, he became good at the end, and so did Sandman. Electro was kind of wanting to be good in his movie too.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But it just seems like a very weak premise for a movie of this magnitude, okay? Like, we're trying to enter the multiverse of madness, and we're busy trying to make bad guys, you know, I mean, they did their crimes, and again, you know,
David says there's no campfires.
I'm just really surprised that they took the route of, you know, let's try to do some conversion therapy before we send them back. You know?
Well, essentially, like, I have to say this to your point that he did try to save them just to kill them. So I see your point.
Right. Right. And I know that that can show basically youth and naivety, but again, Peter Parker has faced so many bad guys, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, I need to take this into my own hands. I need to steal a magic box that could curse the entire world because I think I know better. It just seemed very irresponsible at this point in Peter Parker's lifestyle, or, compared to, I could have expected this from his
What'd you
first
think at
movie.
the end when nobody remembered him? And he
Now that
just
was
kinda-
sad. And I'm curious to
kinda
see how this is going to roll out with the rest of the universe as far as everything that's going on. But I'm just like, man, if nobody remembers Peter Parker, I mean, he doesn't get to go to MIT and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Is
Life
that?
happens.
Can anybody tell me? Is that in the comics? Like, did that actually happen?
See, I would like,
I don't
since
know.
everybody forgot
don't-
about Peter
I don't think
Parker,
so.
I would like to see like said with him forgetting Peter Parker turn into the Hobgoblin and try to kill Peter in the next movie. Hence, kind of going back on his promise unintentionally in this movie. Peter, I will never kill you. I promise.
Okay.
I just think that would be a cool turn. That way, like all three Spider-Man has their best friends try and kill them.
They're setting up for Sony taking over the films. Are they?
Yeah.
Well, because Disney's the ones who wants to make the bad guys good guys or victims these days.
But
Not Sony.
But remember when Sony and Disney had that falling out for the time being? And I think when they actually, as the saying goes, kiss and make up, they had like this deal where Peter can or this version of Spider-Man can only be in the MCU for like 3 more movies. So hence like Endgame, No Way Home, and Far From Home.
Right. Well, Steve says now he can meet the real MJ, Mary Jane, not the fake wannabe. That's true because her name was not Mary Jane; it was something else.
Yeah, it was Michelle Jones Watson. Is she a comic book character too? I don't know. I've only ever remember. Oh, they made her up. Really?
Yeah, I think they made her up. So I don't remember.
Yeah, they were trying to pretty much go for a black Mary Jane Watson, without actually having her be Mary Jane Watson.
Right. So that's why I was confused when she said, "No, my name is Michelle Jones," and I'm like, "Oh, is there another girlfriend besides Gwen and Mary Jane in this, different?" The other thing too was that they had J. Jonah Jameson in this universe, and that confused me too.
Oh no! So this one is a different version of the one that we saw in the Tobey Maguire one.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's kind of confusing, but in this scenario, you can tell the difference because of the hairstyle.
Yeah, I mean, he's bald now, but I was like, he's the same guy, and so I was just a wee bit, So I know I came off very vehemently and everything and expressing my opinion. But yeah, exactly. But I did enjoy this movie. I would watch it again. I just, like I said, I felt like I was misled by a lot of people. And I'm just more perturbed by the fact that people will nitpick at other things. But somehow this movie got to slip through the cracks and became the ultimate, movie of the year. And I just
well, I mean, you're nitpicking.
A lot of people nitpick.
I don't think that's nitpicking to say that it was like a bromance, and then the fact that they.
I think overall it was a decent movie.
Yeah, overall it was a decent movie.
But everybody's got something to nitpick. I mean, I could nitpick.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't like the movie until they had their bromances and made fun of each other. I mean,
I'm opposite. I'm like, when will it end?
Yeah.
See,
that was the best part to me. So
I was casually enjoying the movie, but the moment when Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield or Jake Garfield or whatever you
that's Andrew.
I nerded the
I learned
freaking
it.
out for sure.
Yeah.
Did you crowd surf?
I wish. Oh,
Jump off
oh, you,
stage.
I was like be like legit. I literally like yelled out when I saw Andrew and Toby. I was like, yes! Like the nerd in me like came out.
The little kid in you came out. That's what it was.
Yeah, the
That's
little
right.
kid in me came out. Probably will make you guys wonder my sanity if my Ewok hot dog cosplay didn't do that already.
Might make my name under my thing, Matthew James, from now on. How's that, everybody?
Matthew James,
How about that? I think people like that. I'll be Matthew James.
So yeah.
All right.
All right.
David said he'll be on in 5 minutes.
See, this is what happens when you let me on the show. I shouldn't be on anymore.
No, you're like the main face of this show lately. Because
Look at that.
nobody thinks this is
Because I
beautiful.
take the time for my hair. That's
That's it.
That's right.
No, I don't think this film was trash. I see some people that are a little like, so I was just like, I don't think this movie was woke trash. I just want to clarify. I don't think this movie was woke trash. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Peter Parker and all that stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be cool if anybody saw the 90s version of Spider-Man. The ending just abrupt. They ended it abruptly, right? And so I thought, like,
got canceled, didn't it?
well, no, there was. I found stuff on the internet where they were supposed to do like another season, right? So I thought, like, cool if they do like a live action where they finish that whole arc from the 90s. That'd be so cool. Like he's in the portal with Madam Web, right? And he's like, all right, we're going to finally find Mary Jane because she got lost into another dimension. And then Madam Web was going to go and find them. That'd be such a cool movie just to end that whole 90s thing. Everybody's been like thinking, like, what's going to happen with this? There are like clips on the internet that you can find. There's clips on the internet you can find that someone drew, but that's all they got. But that'd be so awesome. Like I can finally be like, yes, they finally finished the 90s Spider-Man. Because it just ended abruptly. You're like, oh, we're going to find Mary Jane finally.
It would be a
you gotta watch the whole thing, Tabitha. You're gonna be like, what just happened?
There's so much to catch up on. I used to think that I knew stuff about comic books in the nerd universe, and compared to like a lot of people in my family, I do. But then I started meeting other people. I'm like, holy crap! I didn't realize that there were like Spider-Man had 3 different girlfriends, and like that Green Lantern was 5 different guys, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So when I took my little halftime there, I did my dishes, just so you know.
Oh, are your fingers clean? Show me your fingers.
They are beautiful. Almost pruny.
Wait,
look at that.
He has fingers that we can actually see? I thought we would see through them.
Oh, do they really, Rogue? That'd be so awesome. Oh, man.
You need some green screen right there.
Yeah.
Tony has a script for Madam Web. That's awesome. I'd watch that.
So let's just face it. No Way Home wasn't that great.
Was what?
It was entertaining. It was entertaining.
No Way Home was just entertaining. It was woke. Actually,
I mean, it's no Casablanca. I mean, come on.
Hold on. When Tabitha was doing her rant, I was like, hey, she made up some very good points. This movie is more woke than I thought.
That's what I'm saying.
I went in thinking, oh, this movie's not that bad. It's not that woke. Spider-Man still has a girlfriend.
But he fell in love with himself in other universe.
That's true. He did.
No, to be fair, out of the 3 that when they had their thing, it seemed like Andrew Garfield's with Spider-Man. To me, he was the weirdest when it came. I don't know. I don't feel like they did him very justice in this movie. He was the weirdest, in my opinion, the weirdest one when it came to all that stuff. Because he's like, I love you guys. And they're like, Thank you. You know, just,
That's
I
'cause
would
he's
rather
amazing.
watch this movie, I think, than the original Spider-Man or like the Spider-Man. But it's kind of hard. I don't know. Again, these movies are very different from each other. These universes, they're very
Yeah.
different, and so for me, it's kind of hard to say that I prefer one above the other. It has to be what
Right.
mood I'm in. I love the kind of gritty feel of the original one. That old style. I love that. I think that's. I don't know. I guess it's
Very
nostalgic, kind of like what Matthew was saying. But I do enjoy the storyline of the current one. So they're very different. I can't say one is necessarily better than the other.
So Tabitha,
But
all you
yeah.
gotta do is watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
You
Where
will-
would I
That's
watch
all you
it?
gotta
You'll
do.
enjoy that
So that
movie.
would be on Disney, is it?
Disney Plus,
No.
yeah.
No,
No,
No.
it's
It's not
it's
on
not
there
on
anymore?
Disney Plus yet.
No.
it's
Oh,
not
right,
on
because
Disney.
of
What?
Spider-Man. Right,
It-
right.
Well,
Sony owns Spider-Man.
In their
not
defense,
Disney.
I think the
I'll
first
get
two
it for you,
Spider-Man
Tabitha.
movies
I'll
are on
get it
Disney
for you.
Plus. Just not
I'll get it for you, Tabitha.
Into the Spider-Verse.
All right, guys. Well,
I'll get it for you,
it's-
Tabitha. Don't
it's
worry.
time to forks and knives this thing. So
Yeah. I'm gonna make a T-shirt about forks and knives too. That'd be fun. I was gonna say forks and
Only
knives.
until you
Dan.
understand
Come
what
on,
forks and
Dan.
knives mean, Dan.
Come on,
Yeah,
Dan.
exactly.
Forks and knives, Dan.
Forks and
Come
knives.
on, Dan. That's what it's gonna say.
I like
It's gonna have a
it.
fork and a knife and say, "Come on, Dan."
I like it.
Where'd Whitey go? Did he leave
Just
already?
have "Come on, Dan" with the
Must
symbol
have.
of forks and knives.
There you go.
So, all right. Tabitha, close us out.
No
Oh,
spoilers.
okay. Well, I hope that you guys are still subscribed to Inside the Booth after what I have to say. I thought for sure that the guys were all going to kill me. I'm like, I guarantee none of the guys saw this movie the way that I saw this movie. But and
Hey,
that apparently was right.
doing
But
it
you
in
know, we
different
appreciate everybody that was here tonight. Thank you so much for engaging with us in the chat. We love it. You know, even if we all might disagree or agree on whatever we're talking about, we're just glad you're here and that you enjoy being here. And we want to thank you so much for being a part of Inside the Booth. Please be sure, if you haven't, to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and ring the little notification bell. Be sure to look us up at InsideTheBoothTV.com for more information about us. And you can also look at our merchandise and maybe buy yourself some gifts. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Who wouldn't want a mug that says Inside the Booth? And
right.
anyway,
And we got wing hugs. Hey, we got
And
wing hugs.
we've got wing
hugs.
hugs, all kinds of stuff. There you go.
A
Oh,
little heart
Phil's
on it.
got that.
That's nice.
And we've got some really cool things happening for the month of February, which we'll announce later on. So we hope you'll stick around for that. Be sure to check out Phil TMNT's channel. I'm going to assume it is in the description box below because I haven't checked that out. And Phil does all kinds of live
Is it,
streams
bro? Did you put it up
all
in
the
there?
time.
No, I just hashtagged him. So you'll find
Oh.
him somewhere.
Well, Phil is also on
That's what my brother
Instagram. Phil
does
is on
things,
Twitter, and you can find him there and look for him on YouTube. You can also
Little
find me. I
brother.
have my own separate channel for artwork that I do at Dreaming Tabitha. You can find me on Twitter, and you can also find the rest of Inside the Booth on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, of course, at Inside the Booth. Surprise! But anyway, we hope that everybody has a fantastic evening. Have a great upcoming week. And also, in light of the fact that it is January 30, hashtag we love Gina Carano.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gina Carano. Carrot
Bye.
Dude, whatever. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Good night, everyone.